College of Life and Environmental Sciences, Thursday 17. Today, we're coming to you from the grand halls of the University of Birmingham, an institution steeped in discovery and research since 1900. The University of Birmingham was the UK's first civic university, a place designed for everyone, not just the privileged few. Every one of our graduands today is a part of that proud tradition of learning and achievement. Degree congregations at the University of Birmingham date back to 1901 and are held here in the Great Hall, right at the heart of our Edgbaston campus. Attended by nearly 30,000 graduates and guests each year, these events are the highlight of the university calendar and represent for many students the conclusion of their studies at Birmingham. Originally built as a cathedral to learning, the Great Hall never fails to impress our visitors. The building is Grade 2 listed, and it's really the details that make the space so special. It features a trompe-l'oeil domed ceiling located above its formal marble entrance. The entrance is bordered by archways that are designed to draw the eye towards the centre of the room. The music you can hear is being performed by our very own student musicians. They often perform versions of modern pop hits or songs with a Birmingham connection. As our graduands wait for the ceremony to start, this is a time for them to reflect on how far they've come. They may think back to the first lecture they attended in a packed lecture hall, making friendships that will last a lifetime. Maybe they're thinking back to their first eureka moment, when their chosen field of study finally clicked into place. Or perhaps they're thinking about late-night debates in the Guild, that group project that pushed them to their limits, or the spark of inspiration when they saw their research was really making an impact. Today they close one chapter and open another. A degree from the University of Birmingham is more than just a name on a certificate. Our graduates are recognised by employers for their resilience, creativity, and dedication. Soon, they'll find many exciting opportunities waiting for them. A quick shout out to the staff, students and volunteers who have made this special day possible. We couldn't have done it without you. Also, a reminder to share your photos from today on social media. Make sure to tag our accounts so we can engage with your moment. audience is a mixture of graduands who sit in the back of the hall and their loved ones who are seated near the stage. During the ceremony, the graduands will make their way up to the stage, accept their scroll, and be applauded by their families and fellow students. In the sea of formal robes in the ceremony, attendees may spot black gowns, red and green gowns, and possibly some other eye-catching colours. The black robes are worn by those graduating with their bachelor's and master's. Green and red robes are for those picking up a doctorate degree. To the families, friends and supporters watching from home today, your encouragement, pep talks and well-timed cups of tea have helped our graduates reach this day. Let's take a moment to appreciate the parents who still don't quite understand what their child studied, but are immensely proud regardless. Well done, everyone. You've earned this celebration. Soon, our ceremony will begin. There's a degree of pomp and circumstance to the day that echoes back through the years. These rituals connect our graduands today to students from the very first British universities formed in the 13th century. This procession isn't just tradition for tradition's sake. It's the university's way of honouring the past, affirming the authority of scholarship, and marking the threshold our graduands are about to cross. Now it's time for the procession to start. Senior academics of the university are led into the Great Hall by two mace bearers and will sit on stage throughout the ceremony. There is a mace bearer at the front of the line and one at the back. The latter is called the Esquire Bedell. Both carry large silver maces that they put down on stage. This is a ceremonial kick-off to the day. The mace bearers are usually staff members from the university who have volunteered to take part. Row by row, the procession makes its way up to the stage, passing proud faces in the congregation, students in mortarboards, parents wiping away tears, tutors exchanging proud glances. A senior member of the university, such as the Chancellor or a Provost, will be the last to take their place. They'll stand before the attendees and declare the congregation open.
Good afternoon, everybody. I declare the congregation open.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon and welcome to Birmingham. It's great to see such a full congregation today. My name is William Bloss and I'm Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Head of College for Life and Environmental Sciences. And it's my great pleasure to say a few words to start today's ceremony. So my first task is to welcome you all. To welcome those of you sitting at the back of the hall, our graduands, who will shortly be graduates, and to welcome friends, family and supporters in front of me and joining us online. So I'm here to say a few words, and I reflected on what those words might be for your journey here at the University of Birmingham. They might be dedication, resilience, growth, achievement, friendship. Those are some of the words that I'm sure characterised your journey with us. But it's possible there were other words also. Apprehension, setbacks, problems, doubt. But it's possible that some of those words were also part of your journey, but a part of your journey that you've overcome to be part of this ceremony today. And the key thing for us here is to celebrate your achievements, to celebrate your perseverance, and to celebrate the completion of that educational journey, with all the ups and downs of study and university life that it will have entailed. And my fundamental message to you overall is one of congratulations. You did it. So this is the moment you've been working towards. To get here, you'll have spent time exploring new ideas and experiencing the excitement of discovery. You may have had coffee-fueled debates with fellow students in late-night study sessions. You will have tackled seemingly insurmountable problems and overcome them. And you may have thought you were coming here to study an academic subject, a discipline that you are interested in and passionate about. But you will have definitely learned much more on the way. You'll have learned about that perseverance, about balancing work and play, and about the value of friendship and community, all lessons that you'll carry with you long after you leave the hall today. Your time here at Birmingham will have built new friendships and relationships. And I'd say please do treasure those and invest the time to maintain them. It seems easy now, but as the months and years go by, they take time to maintain, and it's time and effort that's well worth putting in. They can be as important as anything else you take from university. Many of you will be leaving education behind and readying yourselves to dive into the real world. I'd urge you not to lose the spark of curiosity you've nurtured during your studies, to keep listening to a voice in your head that may say, go on, try a new thing, to keep asking why, to keep asking how, to keep asking what if, and to keep seeking out new knowledge, because this will lead you to the best adventures and the best stories to tell. Today is an especially meaningful day as we're celebrating this milestone, but also the 125th anniversary of the university. And we've been celebrating that milestone throughout the year. You may have taken selfies in front of Old Joe, the clock, earlier in the year, lit up in multicolours. In the spring, we reaffirmed our connection to our community We signed something called the Birmingham Civic Agreement that captures the commitment of the university to our city and our region. And as the summer arrived, hopefully you had time to join in the events and social activities on the Green Heart as part of the UOB Extra programme. And maybe our campus festival and concert a couple of weeks ago, when the sun shone and thousands of students, of alumni and staff and friends and neighbours came and visited the university, explored what we were all about, and experienced some of the cutting-edge research that defines the University of Birmingham. And then in the evening, under the open sky, our Philharmonic and jazz orchestras led a special concert, a tribute to Birmingham's rich musical heritage, from the elegance of Elgar to the electric spirit of ELO. It was a celebration that was maybe proudly Brummy and unmistakably ours. It was also a reminder that the university is more than buildings and books. It's about the people who bring it to life. And I'm hugely proud to be standing here on behalf of a university community where inspirational people do inspirational things, and where every day we have the ability to change lives for the better. And I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge those who've played a crucial role in your achievements to date from the university community. So, sitting behind me, and here on the front rows, we have members of our university community, the lecturers and professors who've nurtured your creativity, who've inspired your curiosity. And they've been helped and supported by our tutors and student support teams. So I'd like you just to take a moment to thank everyone here at the university who has supported your journey to today. Thank you. And sitting in front of me here at the front of the hall and tuning in online, we have friends, family, we have supporters. We have people armed with cameras, armed with selfie mobiles, selfie sticks, etc., armed with tissues as well. And I think for the graduands, you will all have people or that person who showed faith in you, who supported you, showed you kindness, and maybe without whom you wouldn't have been here today. So for graduands at the back of the hall, I'd like to ask you all to stand up. Stand up, please, at the back. Yep, that means you guys. And just give a huge round of applause and a cheer for everyone in front of you. Thank you very much. It's good clapping practice, there'll be plenty to come. So, your time here at the University of Birmingham has equipped you with the tools you need to embrace your futures with compassion and understanding and confidence. Your actions now have the power to make a real difference to the world. Please choose to make that difference a positive one and a kind one. So, soon you will come up onto the stage and our Chancellor, Sandy Okoro, will admit you to your degrees. That will be your moment, that will be your graduation when your name is read out. And family and friends, that is your cue to make a lot of noise, please. So please be careful on the steps, please give a big smile for the camera, and don't forget to savour that moment. Class of 2025, congratulations.
Now for the handing of the scrolls. The graduands walk across the stage to collect their scroll from the presiding officer.
Good afternoon. My name is George Valanos, and I'm an academic member of staff at the School of Sport, Exercise and Rehabilitation Sciences. Today I have been given the great honour of reading the names of our graduating students. Chancellor, to you and the University, I present the names of these graduates as listed in my programme, prove worthy to be admitted to their respective degrees.
By virtue of my authority as Chancellor, I admit those persons listed in the programme, both in attendance and in their absence, to the degree to which they are to be presented.
College of Life and Environmental Sciences, School of Sport, Exercise and Rehabilitation Sciences, Doctorate in Sport and Exercise Sciences. For research into the impact of new technologies and new approaches to monitoring physical load in elite football, John Carl Anthony Hill. Doctor of Philosophy. For research into the role of workload in injury prevention for professional footballers, Laura Bowen. For research into the development of an intervention to reduce sedentary behaviour in non-ambulant young people, Marilyn Ann Bradbury. For research on the impact of nutrition on cardiovascular health during sedentary periods, Alessio Daniele. For research into immunity, inflammation, and the effect of exercise in first episode psychosis and schizophrenia, Conor Dunleavy. For research into the promotion of inclusive physical education, physical activity, and sports participation for children with intellectual disability in Malta, Amanda Farrugia. For research into the integration of physical and mental health to optimize patient care and physiotherapy practice, Laura Virginia Frances Hemmings. For research that examines the importance of muscle stiffness for exercise performance, Cameron Lay. For research into understanding the biology of aging and skeletal muscle, Samuel Lord. For research into the impact of pain on performance and attention during motor learning in healthy and persistent pain populations, David Matthews. For research into the role of social media in adolescent health and well-being, Jonathan Thomas McKeever. For research into developing an understanding of fine motor skills disruption in golf chipping, Gordon Morrison. For research into the affective domain in physical education, William Michael Patz. For research into the efficacy of heat thermotherapy for the improvement of cardiovascular function and health, Ben Sebastian Price. For research investigating the mechanical properties of tendon, Alessandro Schneebeli. For research into long-term stroke rehabilitation in Saudi Arabia, Basima Fathi Temehi. Master of Research, Philip Thomas Dye. Grady Nightingale. Kayati Manoj Shah. Master of Science, Katrina Kira Brown. Natasha Cooper-Smith. Vicky Hammond. Ka-Wan Karen Lau. Jimmy Ng. Master of Science, Advanced Manipulative Physiotherapy, Vasilios Tiros. Exercise and Sports Medicine, Football, Adhip Sanjay Nadkarni. Manipulative Physiotherapy, Zabiya Bora. Physiotherapy pre-registration, Hannah Matthew. Ahmet Emre Tosun. Master in Science, Sport, Exercise and Health Sciences, Amelia Grace Priddy. George William Rowland. Thomas Spring. George Fred Sutcliffe. Roos van Heerde. Sport, Exercise and Health Sciences with Applied Sport Science, Tyler Billiard. Zachary Blair. Lily Callender. Megan Flaherty. Clara Rose Higgs. Alexander Holloway. Amy Horler. Adrian Ting. Isabel Eve Woolwork. Sport, Exercise and Health Sciences with International Year, Blaise Hanlon. Sport, Physical Education and Coaching Science with Applied Sport Science, Georgia Grace Fisher. Florence Valentina Shohet. Sport, Physical Education and Coaching Science with Leadership, Owen Jarvis. Bachelor of Science, Applied Golf Management Studies, Joshua Griggs. Ryan Hardy. George Oliver Law. Georgia Lloyd. Max Oates. Jack Palmer. Hannah Singleton. Duncan Timberlake. Applied Golf Management Studies with International Year, Thomas Jean Christian Roca. Physiotherapy, Chuk Fung Lau. Professional Golf Studies, Enzo Ayrton Avery. Winner Lincoln Enoch Birch. Enrico Laurato. Aidan March. Deborah Karen McCook. Bradley Scott. Sport, Exercise and Health Science with International Year, Helena Aguilar. Georgia Chapman. Kate Elizabeth Corrigan. Joshua Caleb Knox. Samuel Lee. Alice Matthews. Charlotte Parkinson. Daisy Kate Plevin. Ruby Poon. Emily Ringham. Emma Tomlinson. Natasha Welsh. Sport, Exercise and Health Sciences, Siti Safwana Abdullah Shirul Aliman. Ahiya Ahmed Jargidar. Wed Hussein Al Sharif. Scarlett Ames. Charlotte Arnold. Annabelle Baker. Josh Ballinger. Katie Banks. Katie Barder. Jack Benjamin Bieber. Caitlin Belcher. Charlotte Bell. Lauren Ben. Maya Lily Biberovich. Sarah Bloch. Isabel Boyden. James Boyle. Willow Braisby. Ella Brown. Eleanor Butler. Alex Matthew Capel. Ella Chambers. Wai Chan. Luan Yan Chan. Alice Chester. Charlotte Clark. Natasha Clark. Harvey College. Barney Collier. Lorna Collinson. Anna Court. Ruby Cracknell Wright. Jamie Kasim Dark. Emily Davis. Owen Davis. Dejanay Davis. Martha Day. Edward Diamond. Amelia Diamond. Renee Earle. Leah Ifuna. Abdul Rahman El Budani. Tom Ellis Ricketts. Alice Ellman. Kanzi Amira Zaya Emery. Jay Evermy. Thomas William Finch. Benjamin Finney. Jessica Foster. Ewan Garbott. Tom Robin Garland. Zoe Goodwin. Cameron Grady. Ashante Graham. Liam Greville. Louise Griffiths. Katie Harmon. Benedict Vincent Harrison. Gabriel Yakov Haver. Martha Hayden. Bladen Jake Higgs. George Hobbes. Samuel Horn. Jack Stephen Humphreys. Grace Hyams. Ella Jackson. Mariam Basim T. Jamal. Ella Jeffrey. Abby Jones. Neve Jones. Yo-Kay Lee. Molly Kelly. Amira Khan. Sunay Khatri. Ben Kleinstuber. Guy Lane. Joshua Lawford. Lucia Lacaz. Jessica Lee. Yan Chun Lin. Nur Liana binti Muhammad Amnan. Amelia Lodge. Rory Lovell. Joshua Lowe. Heather Elizabeth Maxwell. Robert MacArthur. Joshua McDonough. Kiva McGee. Ali Abdullah Amir Alim. Abigail Rose Mikulek. Amelia Eve Millington. Grace Monks. Hannah Moran. Marco Moretti. Amalia Morris Ampabeng. Joseph Moss. Adriano Munoz Urina. Conor Murray. William Newcombe. Oluwadamilare Odelusi. Isohi Ebony Rose October Wilson. Emmanuel Olaniyan. Ryan O'Sullivan. Isabel Owen. Ayotunde Ogulabi. Lucas Payton. Kira Elizabeth Perry. Paige Phillips. Catherine Phillips. Luke Pitaway. Claudia Platz. Alicia Porter. Caris Ann Pulteney. Holly Paulson. Zoe Courtley. Alexandra Rautu. Millie Raybould. Aaron Reber. Oliver Riley. Jake Reno Clark. Hannah Richards. Shuan Richards. Emily Roberts. Mark Roberts. Elizabeth Salisbury. Alex Samsami. Latanya Samuels. Alice Seymour. William Charlotte Brown. Matthew Shears. Joe Shersby Wignall. Anna Silk. Simran Singh. Myla Styling. Hong Cheng Tan. Eleanor Thompson. Erin Tracy. Annabelle Udo. Florjet Bukaj. Casper Walker. Oliver Ward. Charlotte Wensley. Jasmine White. Sophie Wilding. Isabel Wilson. Inchi Charlotte Wong. James Woodhead. Mia Thompson Wright. Elias Yehia. Maximilian Yip. Zachary Young. Mohammed Sohail Yunis. Haoshan Zhang. Sport Physical Education and Coaching Science, Jack Blythe. Jessica Brocklebank. Joshua Clues. Lauren Corner. Emelina Darvel. Charalambos Hadjicharalambos. Thomas Harrison. Roisin Howitt. Emily Jacobs. Ryan Janudi. Zoe Anjardine. Jennifer Jarvie. Arundip Callan. Anya Boyray Killen. Thomas Ellis Gruffudd Knowles. Ping Chi Lau. Gabrielle Lucas. Christina Mauer. Siroy Moing. Charlie Murch. Jack Sargent. Famida Tasneem. Katie Taylor. Ella Claire Thomas. Katie Walker. Zhenghang Wang. Keris Warlow. Harvey Welsh. Abigail Wilbraham. Ben Wilson. Bachelor of Science, Sport, Exercise and Health Sciences, Freya Rose Vera Bennett. Jessica Beth Davis. Elizabeth Joy Keane. Neve Ivy Hall Peakman. Alicia Smith. Kate Amelia Willis. For research into the associations between physical activity, sedentary behavior, and fatigue in people with rheumatoid arthritis and students, Saleh M.A. Elsmari. Bachelor of Science, Sport, Exercise and Health Sciences, Taylor Hinton. I would like to present the student representative to give the speech on behalf of the graduating cohort, Noor Liama Binti Mohammed Amnan.
Good afternoon, dear graduates, academics, university staff, family, and friends. Thank you all for joining us in today's celebration of Class of 2025. We started this degree unsure about what the following years would hold, but today I am honored to be here on behalf of everyone to say we finally made it. Hello everyone, my course mates, friends from sport, PE and coaching science, applied golf management studies, and those graduating with a postgraduate or doctoral degree. My name is Yana, and I am graduating from the Sport, Exercise and Health Sciences program. When I first arrived from Malaysia, I felt so small, as you can see now. It was difficult, feeling that I would be the odd one here. Some of us came here not knowing anyone, not sharing the same background, culture. Gosh, it took me a year to understand the Burmese. Back then, everything felt out of place. Have you ever felt like forcing a piece of yourself into a place where it doesn't fit? Because that's what I felt at first. But the more time I spent learning and appreciating the differences around me, the more I realized that our differences are not meant to divide, they are what bring us together. Whether it's our nationality, beliefs, or the way we speak, these aren't barriers, they are what make us human. In the School of Sport XR, I found a home away from home, and I believe you have too. After all the cups of tea, shared lectures, and last-minute revision panics, we made a place for ourselves. This room today represents more than just graduation. It represents our shared journey of growth, understanding, and the beautiful process of becoming our best version in the communities we all built together. At the UOB, I've been fortunate to represent my peers as school rep, welcoming new students as student ambassador, and sharing my journey at Career Network event. But what's remarkable is that I'm not alone in these experiences. In our cohort, there have been students who have led the UOB Concussion Clinic, sports captains who represented our university, and even Olympians competing in Paris while studying. Well, let's be honest, sometimes just making it through the week was the real win, like turning up to 9 a.m. lectures or surviving a group project where people barely replied. Today, we celebrate not just academic success, but also the extraordinary achievements, dedication, and resilience. Now, I would like to invite every graduate here to close your eyes and think of the moments that made these years unforgettable. Maybe it was the late-night eating sessions in the library, like an unplanned run around Sally Oak, getting the perfect Old Joe shot for your socials, or even lying around healing on the Green Heart. Whatever those memories are for you, hold on to them and let's carry them in our hearts. As we start the next chapter of our lives, I am excited to see what the future holds for everyone here. As the world evolves, so does the demand for thoughtful, skilled practitioners who can lead change. In sport, exercise, and rehabilitation sciences, our discipline holds the potential to redefine the future of health and human connection. Whether we go into clinical work, community health, sports team, or research, we will contribute to a world that values the well-being of every single person. As we celebrate this milestone, let us take a moment to honor everyone who helped us get here. On behalf of the graduates, I offer my sincere gratitude to all the academics and university staff for your endless guidance. To all the families and friends who have been our pillars of strength, thank you. Your support, seen and unseen, carried us through. To my mom and dad, terima kasih kerana dah bersaikan Ana. Sayang mak dengan abah. To Ana, thank you for sending that first text message. And just as importantly, let's not forget to thank ourselves. Even when the path was blurry, we walked forward. Not because we weren't afraid, but because we simply found strength in continuing. So, let's keep looking after ourselves and each other with compassion. And to everyone here today, thank you for listening to my humble words. Class of 2025, congratulations. I wish you... I wish you all the best, and to all the tears that we shed and the laughters that we shared together. Again, let's honor this journey with a grand round of applause. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, let's try that again. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, so I've been doing graduations last week and this week. This is my last one of the summer graduations. And I am sure that the College of Life and Environmental Sciences can make the most noise. So far, it's been the School of Social Sciences. So I'm going to ask you all, in a minute, to raise the roof for our class of 2025, and really raise the roof, because I want you to beat the College of Social Sciences in the amount of noise you can make in a graduation ceremony. So everybody, whistle, shout, stomp, whatever you want to do. Let's raise the roof. Class of 2025, we congratulate you. I think you win, actually. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Also, we don't have with us, but Kate Hesketh, who is a lecturer, is at this very moment competing for GB Women Water Polo in Singapore. So let's raise the roof for her so she can hear us in Singapore. One more time. Thank you, thank you. My name is Sandhya Koro. It really is my honour and privilege to be the Chancellor of the University of Birmingham. I studied here myself. I did law and politics many decades ago, and so I'm a proud graduate of this university. And last Thursday, my son graduated from here, and I gave him his degree on this very stage. Yeah. There have been 8 chancellors of this university. I'm the 8th, and I'm the first female chancellor. So, and there have been 3 generations of Okoros who've been through this university. My mother from the Windrush generation did nursing at QE. Me from the Sony Walkman generation. Anybody remember what that is? A few people, maybe. As I said, did law and politics. And my son Max, as I told you about, from the TikTok generation, has just got his degree in criminology. So when I'm standing here and having the honour of meeting all of you and giving you degrees, it's like a homecoming for me. And when I look out at all of you now, and as I met you on stage, I know how much work you put into getting your degrees. It isn't easy. So you have the right to stand tall and enjoy today. And I know that many of you will have had huge support from everybody in this audience, your friends, your family, also your fellow students, and that is very important. So it is wonderful to be part of your special day today. This university is a university of many firsts. It's the first civic university, which meant it was founded in the belief that education was to be a force for public good, not just for private privilege. And we carry on with that ethos today. It was the first university to have a faculty of commerce, the first university to incorporate a medical school and to welcome women to take a medical degree. It was the first university to establish a comprehensive school, which is the University of Birmingham School, and, one of my favourites, the first to offer a degree in physical education. We're also the home to 10 Nobel Prize winners whose work has changed the world and the way that we understand the world. The cavity magnetron, which transformed radar technology, helped alter the course of World War II, invented at the University of Birmingham. Now, it's in our everyday use, it's in our microwaves, and we all thank everybody for those microwaves, and in satellite communications. The airbag, saving millions of lives on the road every day, invented at the University of Birmingham. Pacemakers and heart valves, invented at the University of Birmingham. And to this very day, cancer treatments and medical advances that are changing the face of healthcare and saving lives are being worked on right here. So we don't just teach history, we make it. And to cap it all, We are now number 76 in the QS Rankings 2025, which means we are in the top 1% of universities in the world. Something to be very proud of. So, class of 2025, you have just graduated from a top 1% university in the world. You will always belong here. This will always be your home. My father once said to me, your education is something no one can ever take away from you. And class of 2025, you have that. Some of you may be the first in your families to have a degree. Some of you may not. But whatever situation you are in, you have done exceptionally well, and we are all very proud of you. You will also have made amazing friendships here that will last you a lifetime. Those friends will support you when things don't go so well, and they will be there to cheer you on when they do. But remember, the University of Birmingham will always be your home. We have a wonderful alumni network. We have a great career service. This will always be your home. Come back and see us. I know you've got exciting things to rush out and go and do, but remember, your heart belongs to the University of Birmingham. And as Sister Sledge said, and some people may remember Sister Sledge in the audience, we are family. Always remember that. Oh, I like you. That's the first time I got a round of applause for that line. I think you're my favourite audience so far. So now I'm about to say something that's slightly different, maybe slightly controversial to the class of 2025, and may seem rather odd given that I've just given you your degrees and you've just graduated from one of the top 1% of universities in the world. But listen here. Cleverness is overrated. I'm not saying that the money and the time that you spent on your degrees have not been worth it. Far from it. But what I'm saying, cleverness on its own is not enough. I'm going to tell you 5 things that I think need to sit alongside being clever. The first one, curiosity. Never, never, never stop learning. Never stop asking questions. Never stop exploring. Never sit in that comfort zone. And remember, opinion is not fact. What is the data telling you? Where is the proof? Be your own fact checker. Albert Einstein said, the important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Number 2, motivation. Set your sights high. Move forward towards a goal with purpose. What is going to get you on the cover of Time magazine? Not what is it you want to do in the next year or two. And don't ever let anybody else's low opinion of you be your low opinion of yourself. My mother used to say, what somebody else thinks of you is none of your business. And remember, the ability to do something, to be motivated, is really important. I can is more important than IQ. Number 3, people skills. Life is not a solo act. As they say, there is no I in team. Learn to connect. Learn to be compassionate. Learn to be patient. And learn to build bridges. Now, not everybody is a people person. I get that. So if you're not a people person, then let this stand for perspective. The world needs thinkers and observers as much as it needs talkers and doers. The unique way you see the world might just be the very insight we need to make the world a better place. There is a famous African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Number 4, resilience. The only thing, class of 2025, standing between you and your dreams is your fear of failure. Now, you are going to, not if, when, you are going to fall down. It is going to happen. This is life. Falling down is not a failure. It's the not getting back up that is the failure. And yes, you can stay down there for a little while. Feel sorry for yourself for a little while. Have a cup of tea. Have a chocolate biscuit or the whole packet. Whatever it is that makes you feel better. But get back up. And sometimes you will hear a no when what you really want to hear is a yes. And that might be heartbreaking for you. But embrace that no. Look at that no as something else that's going to open a whole new world to you. Had you had the yes, well, you had your plan and you knew where you were going. Now you might be without a plan. It means every other option is open to you. Never see that no as a bad thing. It might be the very thing that changes your life for the better. And I will let you know this statistic. 90% of what you worry about will never happen. So what about the rest of that 10%? Well, 5% of it, guess what? You'll be able to cope with it. And the other 5% you can do nothing about anyway. So really, worry is worthless. Go for it. Do not let your fear get in the way of your ambition. And the last one, kindness. Kindness is not a weakness. Kindness is courage in action. Have the courage to be kind. Desmond Tutu said, "Do your little bit of good where you are. It's those little bits of good put together that overwhelm the world." So, class of 2025, be curious, be motivated, be a people person, or bring your perspective to the table. Be resilient and be kind. Now, I'm going to leave you with one final quote from the late, great Nelson Mandela. "There is no passion to be found in playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living." So, class of 2025, what are you capable of living? Ask yourself that question. I salute you. Congratulations. Go out into the world. Support one another. Be kind. Be bold. Live your dreams and have big dreams. And never forget, your superpower is that you're a University of Birmingham graduate. Congratulations once again. Go change the world. I can't wait to see what you're going to do. Go be great. I declare the congregation closed.
The ceremony that completes the university journey for hundreds of Birmingham alumni has come to an end. The procession begins to stream out of the Great Hall, carrying with them the maces that were set down at the start of the ceremony. It's a nice bit of visual poetry that bookends the ceremony. As those maces are carried forward, so too are our graduates onto their next adventure. This is a powerful moment for our graduates, representing the culmination of years of dedicated study. The education, connections, and friendships they have made at Birmingham will last a lifetime. The University of Birmingham is known for producing great thinkers, change makers, and innovators. From Nobel Prize winners to sporting champions, this institution has shaped minds that go on to make a real difference in the world. Today's graduates are stepping into that legacy, ready to make their mark, whether they're heading into research, launching businesses, or, let's be honest, finally taking a proper break before the next adventure begins. From the Great Hall to the wider world, our graduates will carry the knowledge, ambition, and spirit of Birmingham in their next chapter. Wherever you're watching from, this is not just an ending. It is the beginning of something exceptional.